Hey everyone, this is Wobbly Wallaby. Today we're going to talk about how to farm efficiently with a newly created Stellar Hunter in Ragnarok Mobile 2.0. This guide is for people who chose to accelerate their character to level 120 and become the 4th job. Stellar Hunter was my original main class. I still use it for farming and leeching, and it is a fun class to play. You've probably seen many videos where Stellar Hunters earn millions of zeny a day farming. This is absolutely achievable, but not with what you get at the start of the game. For me to achieve this, I had to buy a lot of standard ADL gear to be able to one-shot monsters with auto attack. You need to have a lot of raw attack, critical damage, and attack speed. Many Stellar Hunters use 480 attack speed to mow down single targets or meteor fission to damage multiple targets at once. However, with your starting gear and attributes, you won't be able to achieve this. I experimented around with a new account, and even as a Stellar Hunter, going down the auto attack route just didn't get enough zeny. Your raw damage is just too low, your critical damage percentage is too low, and if you try to use Exceed Break to compensate, your attack speed will be too low. As a result, I created another account where I went down the Trapper route. From the first day, I was able to earn great zeny and sellable materials. I highly recommend you use the Trapper build until you earn enough zeny. Once you have enough ruins, contribution, and raw damage, you can consider switching to an auto attack build. Being patient now will pay off later. Here's my Trapper on day 1. I'm just using the standard gear you get from the tutorial. I didn't even touch the attributes or skills. However, if you had picked the auto attack route, I'll go through the default build for you. Let's quickly go through the attributes that the Trapper gets by default. If I were to reset this, I would max int, then dex, and put none into vitality. Let's go through the skills quickly. These are the skills you get by default as a Trapper build. The Trapper build doesn't use a lot of skills at all, so you'll have a lot of excess points that you put into skills that you don't use. If you were an auto attacker, you'd actually use these skills. For Archer, Vulture's Eyes to 10, Arrow Shower to 10, Owl's Eye to 10, Elemental Arrow to 10, and Max Ankle Snare. Additional points into Vulture's Eye and Elemental Arrow will not benefit the Trapper build. For Hunter, Level 10 Improved Concentration, Level 10 Blitz Beat, Level 4 Falcon Assault, Level 3 Lightning Arrow, Level 5 Frost Trap, Level 10 Claymore Trap, and Level 8 Detonator. More points into Improved Concentration won't benefit the Trapper build. For Claymore Trap, this is our starting Earth-based AoE trap that does fantastic damage. For Sniper, Level 10 True Sight, Level 10 Windwalk, Level 15 Landmine, Level 10 Trap Research, and Level 5 Sandmat Trap. True Sight can be used to boost your damage. If you ever have problems one-shotting stuff, then putting this in your auto attack slot will help. Landmine is a great single target damage source, but for farming I prefer to use AoE, so we won't be using this yet. Trap Research is a great passive skill to buff all our traps. For Ranger, 3 points into War Grinder, 12 points into Arrow Storm, 10 points into Exceed Break, 15 points into Electric Shock, 10 points into Instrument Expert, and 10 points into Nature's Protection. Exceed Break is another great skill for boosting damage if you still can't one-shot things. You can put this into your auto attack slot if you're still lacking damage. Electric Shock is another high damage single target trap, and Instrument Expert boosts our trap damage. For Stellar Hunter, max out Comet Trap, and then put points into Comet Trap Enhance for further damage. I will discuss the full auto attack skills when I show the farming spots. Next is equipment. The Trapper build is great because you just use the default gear you're given. This is why the Trap build excels early, because you're able to do high damage AoE without any investment in equipment. Next are farming spots. Your first farming spot is in Peyon Cave 1F. This is the ideal spot right here. Be sure to hire the mercenary cat Wasabi who will help tank for you. The monsters here are aggressive, so they can come to stun you. Wasabi will help you from dying. You can choose to attack all, so you can kill Egrias, Moonax, and Bunguns. All 3 drop good sellable loot. You have 2 auto attack skills, Claymore Trap which is an AoE trap, and Play Dead. After 180 combat time, this is what I get. 520,000 raw zeny, and also sellable materials. If you can actually sell those materials, you'll have about 1 million zeny. You can get this daily for the first 2 or 3 days as you save up for Time Quicksand. After you get the Comet Trap, you can move on to Glass Hem Culverts. This is the optimal spot here, but it is very busy. If you can actually hold this spot, you'll earn over 1 million raw zeny in 180 combat time without any issues. You have 2 auto attack skills, Combat Trap, which is an AoE trap, and Play Dead, which is used for SP regen. You also need your Stay Alert adventure skill to ensure you don't run away from this spot. Unfortunately, people tried to steal my spot 4 times when they started, and I eventually lost my spot to a ninja who could cast faster than I could. Funny enough, an auto attack Star Hunter tried to steal my spot first, and as you can see how slow the farming actually is. This person cannot one-shot with their auto attack Meteor Fission, so they are farming very inefficiently. If you lose the optimal spot, you can farm here for Nolians and Stings, or you can farm in this other spot where you can hit everything, but it's a bit more spread out. After 180 combat time, this is what I got. Even after losing my optimal farming spot 70 minutes into it, I still made some great zeny. If you're able to sell your materials, this puts your daily zeny earned to over 1.2 million zeny a day. You can also keep farming this past 180 combat time to earn even more zeny. What's next? I'm gonna try farming harpies next, but from my testing the default gear can't do it. So stay tuned in a future video where I go through the minimum requirements to start killing harpies. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe.